Hi, this is Laurie Guyon. In this video, I'm going to show you two different ways that you can upload your multiple page Buncees into a NearPod lesson. So what I've done is I've created this small lesson on emotions, and you can see the title slide here that it says Emotions Project. And on the other three slides, I'm going to give more information to students as far as how to do the project. So in this one, I talk about the task where they have to create a Buncee showing 5 emotions that their main character went through during the story. And on the next slide, I added some information as far as what each slide has to include. So I thought it might be fun to add some things that kind of relate to each of the bulleted points. And this bulleted list is one of the options up here. So if you click on here, you can see list. So I want to add something for quote and something for paragraph. So I'm going to hit the plus again, and I'm going to put in the word character. And the reason I do that is when I do that, these great little bubbles come up that I really like to use. So I'm going to grab one of those. But underneath it, it's going to give me some great little characters. So I'm going to stick to this one that kind of looks like Buncee Man still, and I'm going to add them in. So because I'm talking about quote, I might want that to be at the end of this line. I can flip this into a different direction, so it kind of goes in the direction I want it to be. So I can do that. I can even add another layer over it if I wanted to put words in here. But for now, I'm just going to leave it blank because I'm using it more as an icon. And then I can make this Buncee guy nice and big. I feel like he needs to be standing on something because he kind of looks like he's floating. So I might grab a mountain maybe to put behind him. So here's a great one here. I hit add and I slide it over here. In order for me to change the order, because right now it's kind of covering him up, as you can see if I do this over here, you can see he's kind of hiding behind it. If I grab him over on the right-hand side where all the circles are and slide him above the mountain, what it'll do is it'll layer him so that he's in front of the mountain. So that seems to give him a little bit more depth as far as where he's standing to make it a little bit more creative. The other thing that I can do is on this final slide, I gave him some more information. And I put a scuba diver and a skier on here because I mentioned that their slides should really express the theme of the book. For example, if the book takes place in winter, they probably wouldn't have this little Buncee scuba diver on there. But I also wanted to show you what happens if you use the animations in Buncee into a NearPod slide, because you don't want to not use them because they're so cute, but you may, but you do lose the animation part of it. But I want to show you how that would look. So I grabbed a little snow, and I'm going to put it in front of the skier. And it's kind of hard to see, but you'll kind of see that it adds a little bit of depth to it in some dots that you can kind of see with the snow. And I'm going to do the same with the Buncee guy. I'm going to put him underwater. So I'm going to grab the word water here and see if I can find the one that I like, or maybe I want waves. Here's one for water. I click add, and I'm going to slide this up and above him because he's a scuba diver. He would be under. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him up above the water so I don't lose the bubbles. I may want them to be in front of the water, or you might say, you know what, I want the bubbles to be behind the water, so you can leave it like that. Completely up to you how you want it. Now, once I'm happy with my slides and I'm ready to send them over to NearPod, I'm going to click on View. Once I do that, you're going to see that I had the option before to download or share. Share again, we'll send it out to anyone on social media, or you can email a copy of it to somebody. But I'm going to click on the download again. Instead of clicking on the images here, I'm going to click on the word PDF. What's great with Buncee is you can save it as an image or as a PDF. It does flatten the Buncee animations, but you can still use it in a really cool way. So I'm going to click open the PDF, and it's going to open up right as another tab on my screen here. And I can see that I have each of them as a slide that I can look at. So what I'm going to do is download it. And I'm going to call it Buncee Emotions Project and hit save. And what that's going to do is it's going to open it up for me in just about a second. There it goes. And now I have all of these as a slide. And you can see when I go over to the final one, I still have the water. And if you look closely, I still have the snow, but it doesn't have the animations anymore. And that's okay because you can still use it as an image. So I'm going to go back over to the slideshow. And once I get there, I'm going to go over to my NearPod tab. And let's say I was working on this fish one that we started in the other video. When I click on edit, I can click on add slide. Now here I want to add it as a slideshow within my slideshow, which means that all of the slides stay together as one slide. So I'm going to click on there, and then you'll see that I have this upload button. when I click on upload, I can grab that Buncee emojis project as a PDF, hit open, and it's going to load. The other option I have is, let's say I want to add them as individual slides instead of a full slideshow. And I'm going to leave that for a second and come back to it. So I'm going to click on upload slides. Again, I'm going to hit this upload button. I'm going to click on the Buncee emotions project, and it's going to say, do you want it as a PDF viewer or individual slides? For this one, I want it to be individual slides. So I'm going to click on it there. Now you're going to start to see them loading in individually as different slides. While that's loading, I'm going to go over to the original way we did it. So here they actually have jumped in. They happen so fast. So if I could click on this original one, which was as the slideshow one, and I hit preview to show you what that looks like, what it does is it puts individual slides together. So here I have the 4 slides on the side, and as I click on them, I can go between them, or with my mouse, I can just drag up or down. So I have it that way as one of the ways in my NearPod presentation. Or, as you saw, I put them in as individual slides. Now, let's say you wanted it as a PDF. I can do it that way as well. I can add content. I can do it like we did before where we just uploaded it, or I can click on PDF viewer. I can click upload again. I can click on the Buncee emojis, hit open, and what it's going to do is actually put it as a PDF viewer within your slides. So you have 3 different ways. I said I'd give you 2, but here I am giving you 3 different ways that you can upload your Buncees into NearPod. I hope this was helpful, and get creating.